the names listed as incorporators whom they said are Filipinos but with Chinese name. Wala bang verification talaga yun?
Ba yun, the name of the mayor from China? Okay.
Xinjiang?
Xinjiang.
Xinjiang City?
Nag-visit sa isang company without informing the mayor, using the resources and mga tao po ng mayor's office.
Yung actually po they coordinated with the chief of police.
Yung imagine, no, lahat ng naka-rehistro dito, puro claiming they are Filipino, nirehistro pa rin ng Sikh. Kahit yung mga apelido, Wang, Yan, Yang. Pero Filipino, binigyan pa rin ni LTO. Ganon kadelikado tayo, ganon kaluwag yung regulation natin.
Ano po tayo, Mr. Chair? With regard dun sa ano po sa yung mga nandiyan kanina ng mga companies, is there a possibility for the registry of deeds to am I in liberty also to ask certain critical
Yes,
Kasi-
go ahead, it's up to the registry of deeds to ask for an executive session if indeed this committee will allow that request. No?
sige, kasi
Depende kasi
Mr. Chair, meron kasi tayong
Please proceed.
we increase our EDCA sites from 5 to 9, di ba? Ang EDCA sites po natin ngayon, dati 5 lang. Pero ngayon, identified na po natin dyan sa Pampanga, sa Cagayan, sa Palawan, almost 9, Isabela, 9 na po yung ating EDCA sites. And what I wanted to find out kay Attorney D, is there a possibility that those 9 areas that house our EDCA sites, alam naman natin EDCA sites, di ba? Ito yung mga Americans na nandito sa mga area to. Can we possibly know that certain companies are purchasing yung mga properties surrounding the different EDCA sites? Do you have the capacity to find out yung mga nakuwang properties doon?
Yes, Your Honor, that's possible. We will be extracting data if you will give the exact name of the corporation.
Ayun po.
But we actually did some extraction already, but it is subject to filtering of the data if they are indeed the same corporations mentioned or registered in the title itself. Like for example, the different stockholders of the subject corporations, we were already able to extract some titles registered in the name of those persons, but we do not yet have the assurance that they are the same person that are being investigated in this inquiry.
Pero marami na po kayo, sorry. So marami na rin po kayo na-collate na corporations that owned properties surrounding the EDCA sites.
No, regarding only the corporations with the same name,
Okay, all right.
regarding the corporation subject of the inquiry in this hearing, Your Honor.
All right. Kasi hindi natin alam, baka, yun na nga, tama yung sinabi ni Chairman Barbers, baka creeping invasion ay nangyayari sa atin. We don't know that we are already surrounded, no? Yung mga sites that very crucial to our security. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. As of now, there are 14, and at the same time, yung mga properties owned by the corporations mentioned, which involves those 14 personalities. Now,
hindi naman natin alam kung those people and corporations that are written on our screen a while ago are the same personalities that are involved in the purchase of the properties in the different areas. It might be another group, no? Maaring ibang grupo eh. So, what I'm trying to point out is, sana mabigyan nyo rin kami, identified all those 9 sites, and try to find out those surrounding properties that are being owned by the different personalities. Para at least malaman natin, baka eventually natin. Ma-correlate natin sa isa't isa yung mga yon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you do that?
Yes, actually, we already have initial data, as I mentioned a while ago.
So those are the data that you have submitted sa amin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
The Securities and Exchange Commission, if those 4 corporations were registered with the SEC.
Mr. Chair, we confirm that all of those 4 corporations listed in the diagram are registered with the SEC.
How about the board of directors? Did you verify as to the identities of these persons listed as members of the board of directors?
Sec, you have already submitted to us the board of incorporators of all those companies.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We confirm.
That includes the shares of each individual. May
Yes.
GS na po kami.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Please proceed,
We
Chairman.
submitted.
Go.
I'm asking, Mr. Chair, because there are also Filipinos listed as members of the board. Now, if these corporations committed some illegal acts, I think we can also get some information from the Filipino citizens listed as members of the board of directors. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Gov. Ito lang, Gov, ang to the information of the members of this committee. Actually, there's a certain Henry B. Guy in the list, no? But initial, this is just an initial data information that we have gathered. The name Henry B. Guy, in his looks, is also Chinese. Hindi mo rin ma-distinguish eh. Kasi for example, kanina, driver's license. Of course, may conversion. Pero in the case of Eddie Yang, mayroon siyang LTO. Di ba? May LTO license siya. Pero, claiming to be Filipino but using a Chinese passport. So kung saan po, komportable sila na gamitin yung mga legal documents from our country, ginagamit po nila. Pero when they travel, they're using Chinese passports. So, napaka-komplikado. Kaya nga, kung balikan mo ulit, as I've said, the problem started with the civil register and the PSA. Kaya kailangan ng PSA, kailangan natin mag-ayos doon. Pati siguro biometrics na and everything, ganon din siguro sa civil register. Pag mga 5 years o 10 years after nung birth niya, saka siya magpa-late registration, dapat stringent na yung natin, dapat yung mga requirements. Diba? Especially yung mga Chinese law. Anyway, kamandro ko na daw. Anyway, so, Gov, any more? Gov Corbera, do you have any more to
Yes,
ask?
Mr. Chair,
Please proceed.
I'm just surprised because the names listed as incorporators whom they said are Filipinos but with Chinese name. Wala bang verification talaga yun as to the identity ng mga tao? Oh? Filipino pero Chinese yung family name. May ask kung wala ba kayong way of verifying as to the true identity of the incorporators of this corporation?
Mr. Chair, of course, we understand the concern that some of the incorporators that are registering with the SEC may appear to be using fake identities. But as the agency tasked with registering businesses and corporations, we also have to balance the ease of doing business in relation to verification the authenticity of the documents submitted. So as regards the filing of the articles of incorporation, it is we still conduct post audit of the documents and information submitted to us, but as regards verifying before the details that are submitted to us, we do not really conduct a thorough verification as to the identities.
Mr. Chair, ngayon na meron ng question ito, di ba may question na, dapat siguro yung SEC will conduct a thorough investigation on this because questionable na yung identity ng mga incorporators ngayon. Mr. Chair?
Yeah, I do agree with the opinion of Congressman Gov Corbera. Kasi alam mo, as of the latest, ang information na nakuha ko and which I will ask yung SB Secretary. Kasi wala dito yung mga yung mga members of the Sanggunian at saka si Mayor Gonzales. Nandito ba yung taga Mexico Pampanga? Kasi yung Mr. Santiago, we have information now that some of those properties or warehouses that is owned by those individuals and corporations, sarado na po. Mukhang tumatakbo na po. Kaya tama lang po na yung suggestion ni Congressman Corbera for you to act on it, especially those companies listed which involve those individuals. Municipal admin, not SP secretary. Okay, mas lalo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mas kailangan. Anyway, we have information that Chinese mayor visits Mexico Pampanga. Is it correct? That
Last
was
Sunday,
Last Sunday, yeah. And that Chinese mayor, why Mexico Pampanga? What's the business of the Chinese mayor?
for the information po nung body, hindi po na-inform yung Office of the Mayor sa pagdating ng isang Chinese mayor. Pumunta po siya sa global. Nalaman lang po namin yun dahil parang yung isang kasama naming councilor, maraming tao doon. So, chinyak lang po yun. Tapos, binerify kay Hepe na meron nga kasi yung Chief of Police namin and Chief of Police, MD, RRMO, at saka yung Bureau of Fire, nag-assist po sila sa security. Without the knowledge of the Chief Exec, yung mayor po. Wala pong alam yung mayor.
So in your initial information, anong city ba yun? And the name of the mayor from China? Okay.
Xinjiang?
Xinjiang.
Xinjiang City?
Comsec, please take note of that information. But anyway, nag-visit sa isang company without informing the mayor, using the resources and mga tao po ng mayor's office.
Yung actually po they coordinated with the Chief of Police.
So yung chief of police, may knowledge, but he never reported it to the mayor. And some properties of the city, municipality was used during the visit.
The fire truck and ambulance
Fire truck and ambulance without.
without informing the head of the agency, which is the mayor.
Anyway, thank you for that confirmation. Pangilinan, in open hearing, he had admitted that he has a bank deposit and that the bank account was reported to us by Sonia Pangilinan mismo with regards to the 50 million cash that was paid to her by the municipality of Pampanga in relation to the land that was purchased from her by the Mexico Pampanga local government. But of course, inamin niya rin na after nung deposit of 50 million, nag-withdraw agad ng 30 million. Kaya medyo questionable po sa committee that time. But now, nandito na rin yung AMLA and just check. I will not force you as of now. But of course, question of predicate crime, we cannot relate it to drugs, but question of graft and corruption. Though Sonia is not an elected public official, but she has a transaction with the local government of Mexico Pampanga. So kindly ano na lang check kasi we have to trace it because I do believe that the 50 million payment for Sonia Pangilinan was that payment for her alone. Ang ano ko lang doon, mukhang nasalisi yung pera ng gobyerno doon. It passes through the hands of Sonia to her bank account pero tingin ko may pinuntahan yung pera na yon. At worst is, ang ano ko lang, ang theory ko lang dito is from the government coffers, Sonia Pangilinan bank account goes to elected public officials in Mexico Pampanga. And I think that will cover the mandate of AMLAC because because of corruption related, which is also one of the predicate crime, di ba? With regards to your mandate. Thank you po. Pakina lang po.
A while ago, you are asking a request or directive from this committee for you to conduct an investigation on those fictitious, unquestionable companies. Under your charter, do you have no power on motu proprio investigation with regards to companies listed under your agency?
Mr. Chair, we have motu proprio powers to investigate corporations.
If you have motu proprio, why are you still asking a request from this committee? So, Mr. Chair, I think there's no need for us to send a later request to them However, maybe for record purposes na we are requesting, klinaro ko lang na kasi under your charter, malinaw naman na you can conduct. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chair, may I also request SEC to submit to this committee the guidelines, no? I understand yung mga ease of doing. Pero with this very alarming, no? Hindi lang ito ang nangyayari. Ito lang yung na-uncover. Pero ang daming nangyayari na ganon, na papalit-palit ng mga foreigners yung may-ari in our province. That is happening, no? So papalit-palit. Alam ko yan kasi nagpapa-ano sila ng ilaw eh. Na papalit-palit, the same property, papalit-palit ng may-ari yung nag-a-apply. Bakit? Dahil special power of attorney lang because of our existing laws. This is in aid of legislation. Kaya titingnan natin lahat yon. So kindly submit. Baka the committee can recommend even without the need of legislation, we can recommend some revisions or amendments of your requirements sa registration. Then to Attorney Lorna, Mr. Chair.
Before you proceed, Congressman Dagok, SAC, please take note of that manifestation and request of Congressman Dagok for you to submit in this committee. Please proceed, Congressman Dagok.
Mr. Chair, in the last hearing, I think that's not Attorney Deo who is present. I have already requested a copy of your the flow charts in registering, transferring. Kasi ang sabi lang sa akin noon, hearing na yon nung representative of your agency, basta kompleto lang sila ng payment sa BIR. May SPA naman yung nagpa-process. Ang trabaho lang ninyo ay i-register, i-transfer. Mukha namang hindi yata tama yung ganun. Is that really the guidelines or the policy of your office na basta may payment galing sa BIR, kompleto ng deed of sale at other requirements, kahit wala yung tao kasi may SPA, yung nagpa-process, i-register nyo na kaagad?
Yes, Your Honor, that is our mandate under PD 1529, and the basis of which is the notarization law. Once a document has been notarized by the notary public, then we can register it for as long as the mandatory documents are submitted. And the mandatory documents are now in our system. We have a drop down of the mandatory documents of the particular transactions that we register in our office.
Mr. Chair, if you are going to really examine, thoroughly, evaluate, validate, verify before you register, are you violating existing laws?
Your Honor, as mentioned by
Mr. Chair, I'm just asking, Attorney, my question is answerable by yes or no. Kapag binirify niyo ng maigi, binirify niyo yung abogado na nagnotaryo kasi lumilitaw na yung mga even the notary public na nagnotaryo ay fictitious din, hindi mo magilap. So, kaya ang tanong ko, kapag binusisi niyo ba ng maigi doon sa pinanggalingan nung bumili, binilhan, at saka yung nagnotaryo, bago nyo i-transfer yung ownership, mayroon ba kayong malabag na batas under your charter or any other existing laws?
Yes, Your Honor, we will be violating PD 1529 and the ease of doing business law.
Bakit po magkaroon ng ease of doing business? There is a certain period in the ease of doing business. Kapag yung review ninyo ay within that period, bakit nyo malabag yun?
Because, Your Honor, like for example, the notarization of a particular document, we have to go to the OCC first. And as a matter of fact, Your Honor, we already have some actions regarding interconnections with these agencies. The BIR we already have it, the ICAR validation, the payment of transfer taxes, we already make representations with BLGF, and we are now trying to reach out with the Supreme Court on how we can verify the authenticity of documents being presented to us that were notarized.
Mr. Chair, can I respectfully ask Attorney D, can you cite that specific provision of your charter that you will be violating if indeed you will verify, you validate, verify everything, the notarized document submitted to you. Can you kindly provide or state the particular provision of your charter?
Your Honor, that is provided under Section 10 of PD 1529.
Sabi,
I don't have the exact, if I may be allowed to search.
yes,
here, Your
kindly,
Honor.
please. Now, para malinaw lang na nagbabiolate na kayo kapag binalidate ninyo. Kasi sa charter ninyo nakalagay, once na matanggap nyo na yung notarized na deed of sale, i-register nyo na kaagad. Gusto ko lang masiguro because we might be amending that particular law. Napakadelikado naman kasi niyan na kaya naglipana yung mga ganito. Kasi si LTO, kayo, si PSA.
Anyway, while attorney, please check na ha. This is not anymore about Pampanga. And well, in fact, there's a pending investigation that will hopefully will be referred to my committee in relation to this through the privilege speech that was made by Congressman Inuldi of Isabela. Kasi nung narinig niya to, ang investigation, mukhang ito rin po ang nangyari sa Isabela. And I do believe that this is not only happening in Pampanga, in Isabela, in Cagayan, this is happening all over the country. I have also data, kindly check na lang NBI. I have data that during the EDCA campaign for the establishment of EDCA, there are rallies and mobilization being funded in Mindanao to attack and to discredit the EDCA sites.
Kita nyo, mayroon pang ang denial na pwede nyong i-deny. So meaning, you still need to validate the authenticity of the documents being submitted. Hindi po automatic yon. So, may I request, Mr. Chair, that the Register of Deeds, anchored on that particular provision, submit to this committee their requirements, policies, guidelines, in as far as the registration, cancellation, and transfer of ownership of real properties para matingnan din natin if kailangang may i-recommend tayo na amendahan yung mga existing guidelines niya. Then, if you think, attorney, na kailangan nating i-amend yung particular provisions na yan para mas lalong lilinaw, kindly feel free to submit, to recommend that to this committee para, because this is in need of legislation. We need to protect our country. We need to protect. Yung, imagine, lahat ng nakarehistro dito, puro claiming they are Filipino, nirehistro pa rin ng SIC. Kahit yung mga apelido, Wang, Yan, Yang. Pero Filipino, binigyan pa rin ni LTO. Ganon kadelikado tayo, ganon kaluwag yung regulation natin. At mapahamak tayong lahat yan. So,
Attorney,
Yes, Your Honor.
ipaparehistro ko po. I will not discuss about the notarial. No? I will just ask you, if you ask for a certification, original certification of conversion from the DAR, certification of conversion from the NIA, certificate galing doon sa mga other registries, just like the requirements being asked if you want to reclassify the lands. Di ba pwede?
Yes, Your Honor, we appreciate that. And
Yeah,
we
yun.
also appreciate
And we
the-
don't need to amend the mother law.
No, Your Honor, with the qualification that we will be also needing your help for us to exempt us from the ARTA law and the EODB.
No, madam. Ito, you cannot argue with me, that law. Why? Because if that is the requirements that being asked from that individual or corporation that wants to transfer that particular property, he or she should comply. Just like I am. Do you think local government unit can be charged of the ARTA law if the local government wants to reclassify your land and this is the requirement? Wala.
That's what they've been doing to us, Your Honor.
Hindi ba? That's why.
We're asking beyond the documents that is stated in our citizens charter, and then they file cases against us.
Oh, ang sinasabi ko nga, how can they file? Why not file also kung ARTA per se, law ang gagamitin? Why they cannot file with the local government units? Because that are the documents being asked. Tama? Eh, di ba? Pag nagpa-reclassify ka, ganun din eh. What's the difference of transferring that property to another person requiring such documents?
The art is
Diba?
the difference, Your Honor.
Sorry?
So we will be asking for your help, for us also, to make to involve also the ARTA so that all government agencies that
Madam,
are being
ako ang
mandated.
sinasabi ko kasi, they cannot invoke it because that is part of the requirements. Okay? Eh, tingnan mo ngayon, no? Chinese. Ikaw si Arta ka, magre-reklamo ka ngayon na, in-check, claiming to be Filipino, owns a big vast of land in the country just because of that problem with the ministerial function of LRA, di ba?
Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
simple as
Yes,
that.
Your Honor.
Di ba? Kasi kung argument is, sabi ko nga, kakasuhan ng Arta, hindi kakasuhan nilang LGU because that is being required by the LGU in which most, if not all, most of the LGU circumvented that requirements. Di ba? Kaya nga itong investigation ito lumabas eh. Kasi, worst is, application for reclassification, tapos na yung transaction. Di ba? Ganun na yun. That's why I do believe, especially in this case now, properties being owned by, Arta, believe you me, they will support whatever requirements that we need. Kasi this is now question of national security.
Yes.
And if we will not do something about it, problema natin to.
Mr. Chair,